So that focus is so important. So today on our 30 to Thrive, we're going to be sharing some people's stories, and I'm going to actually ask you all to share your story as well if you are willing, because I find that when I talk to people about the things that are keeping them positive and making them feel good these days, that often it inspires me to think about my life a little bit differently and gives me the little push that I need to recognize the little things that are going well in my life as well. So I'm hoping this will serve as inspiration for you, and you all can help inspire others. Hey, Lauren, get your zills. What we're doing today, Lauren, the fabulous Lauren Checchio, is a lot of my zill mentor, and she inspires me all the time with the zills. So we're going to be playing some zills today. So if you're a dancer and you own some finger cymbals, have them nearby, because that's what we'll be doing in the dance portion of today's 30 to Thrive. So as you're logging in, let me know. Hey, Leandra, let me know where you guys are logging in from. And I am curious. Well, hello, Jazz Jamal. I'm curious to find out, what's the weather like near you? It has gotten really hot all of a sudden here in Houston. And I have to admit, like, one of my silver linings up until now was getting outside, right? It's been so beautiful, and spring in Houston is wonderful. And we've had some really nice, cool, breezy days. And I've thought, well, you know, we're kind of cooped up inside, but at least I can get out at any point in time and be outside, enjoying nature, take a walk around the neighborhood, that kind of thing. But any of you who know me, I am a wilting flower once it hits like 85 degrees or more. I'm originally from the Midwest. I'm a Wisconsin girl at heart. I love me some cool weather. I love the snow. I want 4 seasons. Hey, Vicky, good to see you. And so, like, today's a little rough because it's getting hot. Logging in from Chile. I don't believe you. Chile in the kitchen, maybe. So today it's getting a little warm, and I'm going to have to find ways to be willing to just get out there and enjoy the weather despite all of the sweating that's going to happen. Central Minnesota, about 45 degrees, cloudy rain off and on. That's kind of like my perfect weather. So I always say, like, I can't complain about the weather in Houston. I'm just living in the wrong place. Like, this is not this is the place for me from November to about April. And then it starts to get a little rough for me weather-wise. So let me know as you log in, what is the weather like where you are, and does it allow you to go outside or no? I hope that the answer is yes, regardless, that you can get outside and enjoy the weather, because that is one of the silver linings that I have been hearing from a lot of people when they talk about what this whole COVID-19 quarantine situation has meant for them. So this, like I said, is week 4 of 30 to Thrive. It's something that I started back in March, so maybe it's week 5. Gosh, I've lost track. This is a way for me to continue to connect in a situation where social distancing is the norm. I feel like that does not require us to be disconnected. And so early on, I made a decision that for me, in order to not go stark raving mad, that I was gonna have to find ways to reach out, to interact with people, and then hopefully to share a little bit of what I've learned in the last 7 or 8 years of studying the science of happiness and positive psychology. And then, of course, like the wonderful healing benefits of belly dance, use that to help other people hopefully thrive in the face of adversity. And that is why I am here. Hello, kind Violet. Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for joining. So last week, we talked about the power of our words. And I'm kind of curious, if you were here, if you would post below, if you found a way to sort of recognize the words that you use on a daily basis and how that influences the way you feel and your outlook on life, right? I've been trying to eliminate the word hate from my vocabulary, as in I hate washing dishes. I hate cooking every day. Instead, it's been, it's not my cup of tea. It's not my favorite thing, but let's go ahead and do it anyway, right? And I just have to put as an aside, because we did talk about cooking last week. I was talking about the things that I'm not enjoying doing. This week it's my birthday. It's my birthday tomorrow, and my husband is a darling, and he has gotten me for my birthday takeout every night of the week, or he's cooking. And so I am so excited. So that's my birthday present to me. My daughter couldn't believe that what I wanted for my birthday was to not cook. And I was like, no. That's really what I want for my birthday, is to not cook. So yay, a home tour. Ooh, goodness. Yeah, I have a pretty interesting home, I have to admit. The architect who designed it back in the 70s, I was told, used the concept of Frank Lloyd Wright as like his architectural ideas, like in a much smaller, more basic home. But once I clean up, maybe maybe I'll give you a little tour, because it's a very interesting home. So thank you so much, and thank you. My necklace I got here in Houston at this little market down off of Hillcroft and Harwin, where I get all my jewelry sparkly and not. It's the best. If anyone ever comes to Houston and wants to visit and wants a tour of the Harwin Mall, I'm your girl. So let's jump in. Let's talk about finding your silver lining, right? We have been shown time and again the power of our focus. Like, I don't know if this has ever happened to you. I remember when I went out to buy the car that I currently own. I had never really seen a Ford Fusion before. That's what I currently drive. We went out, we looked at it, and I liked it. I eventually bought it. But as we were debating, like, I swear to you, every car I saw on the road was a Ford Fusion. I was like, when did all these people buy Ford Fusions? And it wasn't that suddenly there were more Ford Fusions on the road. It's just what my eye and my brain was trained to look for. So that which you look for, you find, right? So if you can find one silver lining and then another, you find yourself looking for them more often. And when you look for them, they become more apparent, and it sort of builds on itself. It's like a snowball. Snow sounds so good right now. It's like a snowball effect. And we suddenly find ourselves receiving more joy because we are looking for more joy. Hello, Florida Glow. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So for me, I'll share a couple of mine, and then I'm actually going to read some that I've printed out because I've been asking my friends and some of you ladies and gentlemen online here, what are your silver linings? So I'm going to share some others too, because I was super inspired by a lot of what you all have been able to overcome with the power of your mind and the power of focus. So connection with family is obviously a big one that a lot of people mention, right? Like, it's rare for my husband, my daughter, and I to all be in the same space so regularly. And we've really been enjoying it. Like, it's been a chance for us to just do a lot more together as a family, to like play outside. My daughter learned to ride her bike. That seemed to be a theme among all my friends. All their kids learned to ride their bike without training wheels in the last month, because we've got all of this time, right? And we're investing it outside and playing with the kids, and it's been great. I've also gotten very, very familiar with me. I don't know, I think this is a silver lining, or maybe it's part of the cloud. Like, you have to sit with yourself a lot, right? Like, I can't escape myself through my regular daily busy. I am a creature of go, do, produce. I love to be productive. And I am still trying to maintain productivity even in this situation. But the honest truth is, there just aren't as many hours available for it. So because of that, I've had to come to terms of, like, who am I when I am not producing, and what is it that I truly need to be happy? And so I've learned more about myself. Some good, maybe some not so good. I'll just be honest. But I've definitely learned that, my work and my productivity are very important to me, but perhaps too important, and it's something that I can work on, right? So sometimes even doing a little self-examination can help us realize ways that we can make ourselves more happy by changing expectations based on what we know about our personality, right? Strider bikes. Yes, we actually took we took her pedals off of her bike so she could push it like one of those balance bikes, and she got it. She got it like that. So one other thing that has been amazing for me in the last 8 weeks now, is connection with dancers all over the world. I've had my online studio for 8 years now, so I've gotten the experience of like having a dancer contact me from Timbuktu or, wherever in India where they are, and, from other sides of the planet, and I love it. But this, I feel like, has made the world shrink so quickly, because we are all in this together. We are all watching each other to see how different countries, how different states respond, and we are all completely united in what's going on. And I feel like that transcends so many different kinds of boundaries. And the belly dance community has really risen to the challenge. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but give me a little like hearts or a thumbs up if you are mildly overwhelmed by the number of online belly dance study opportunities that are now available to you. It's amazing and sort of panic inducing. I'm like, I want to take all the classes, right? And so I'm trying to take all the classes and it's hard. So I'm trying to decide which classes to take, but it's a beautiful problem to have, right? So that is a giant silver lining in this dark COVID cloud, is like, now you can kind of study with anyone you want, anywhere in the world at any time. And it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm glad that you guys are taking advantage of it too, because I certainly have been. I just was taking some courses with a great zill course with Z Helene, who's kind of my zill muse, and that's why we're going to do some zills today, because I'm totally inspired. So now I'm going to take a minute to read a couple of other people's silver linings that they sent to me and they allowed me to share with you all, because I've gained great inspiration from these women and their words. And I'm going to ask you to kind of think about perhaps what your silver lining might be at the moment, because I would love if you would be willing to share, because not only I think do you need to give yourself credit for finding that lining, sharing it with others solidifies it and allows you to find more silver linings like it. And then maybe you'll inspire someone to look at something with a different viewpoint that they may not have seen before, right? So my friend Maggie says she's been taking this time as kind of a reset and taking her time to pay attention to moments of delight instead of hurrying past them to do something. And this struck a chord with me. I don't know if anyone else out there is a doer. I am a doer. I'm not a very good beer. I'm really good at doing. But she's, instead of worrying about doing, she's taking the opportunity to connect with her surroundings and find these moments of delight. So she gives examples: a cat's yawn, a dog's look of love, a spot of sun through the shade, a color, smell, sound, taste, tactile sensation, whatever it is, savoring these moments. People talk about finding joy, which sounds like a must. This was another big thing for me. It is something we talk about a lot right now, myself included. Obviously, I come to you every Tuesday talking about how you can thrive, but my last desire is to create tension or panic by making you feel like you should be happy all of the time, because it's not feasible, it's not possible. And I will confess that today I stormed out of my house and walked around the block for about 45 minutes, a big block, over and over and over, because I couldn't do it. I was like, I need some time. I'm out of here. And I know the power of movement. So I got on my tennis shoes and I walked, because I needed to just be okay with not feeling super happy in that moment. And I needed to find a way to get back to my baseline, right? And so this is where movement and dance is huge. But finding joy should never be a should and a must. It's not a perpetual state. But what Maggie has realized is that delights are many, varied, and fleeting, but there's always another one right there if you are keeping your eyes open for them, giving them attention. So she says, instead of feeling hurried, I can stop, laugh, and feel the delight, instead of being grumpy and annoyed that it's there, instead of being too busy and too hurried to recognize it, right? So she says it's really helped her cope and has informed her whole days, just knowing that some delight is around the corner. Yeah, so give me a thumbs up or a smile if that's something that speaks to you, because for me, I'm a creature of needs to have delight. Like, I always find the thing that I'm looking forward to, and if I don't have anything to look forward to, I almost need to make something. Yeah, Vanessa, you get me. Ariana, you understand how this is. Like, I almost have to create some sort of anticipation to be able to feel excited about the day. So it works for me. I don't know if it's cheating. you ladies can tell me, Deanna, you tell me, like, this, I do this all the time, right? I wake up and I think, oh, what's going to be the fun thing today? Right now it's easy because my birthday is tomorrow. So I'm like, it's my birthday. We'll have a party. It's going to be great. My husband's making margaritas tonight because it's Cinco de Mayo. It's going to be great. It's like, the day before my birthday is what we're celebrating with margaritas. It'll be fun. And so just those little things, right? I find that these days, the things that I'm looking forward to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Thank you for the birthday wishes, y'all. I appreciate it. So I find that instead of looking forward to that trip to California that I was supposed to take at the beginning of June to hang out with the folks over at Soroyan, instead of looking forward to that, I will look forward to margaritas tonight. It'll be great. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love birthdays, and I usually celebrate them up big. So I have been challenging myself to find ways to celebrate big while in quarantine. If you have any ideas, please send them my way, because I'm slightly stumped. We've got takeout every night this week and margaritas tonight. My favorite dessert. I think my husband's going to pick that up tonight too. So I'm excited about that. Here's another story. This one is really great. My friend Sage says that her silver lining is wanting and choosing to make this time special, something she would remember as being different from regular life. She was in an interesting situation. Cartwheels, if I do cartwheels, I can do a cartwheel. Maybe I'll do a cartwheel for my birthday. Sage was in an interesting situation that she works part-time in a job that wasn't affected by this. So it could have been all the same, but with added stress and weirdness. But she pretended okay, what if I had a full-time job that was on hiatus? What would be the projects that I would do with my time? This is blowing my mind. Like, this woman pretended to have extra time. And if you know me, and we've talked before about this, like, finding time is one of my constant quests, right? I'm reading a book right now called 168 Hours You Have More Time Than You Think. And I'm currently charting every single thing I do each day down to 15-minute increments to figure out where the heck is all my time going, right? But I think Sage might be onto something here. I pretended I have extra time. So among other things, my dog's got extra walks, my costumes are neatly stored. Sure, there's a lot of stress and frustration, but this is huge. Where did her extra time come from? From her imagination. And some planning and some hard work, she says. But I imagine time, and as weird as it sounds, I can look at concrete results, and I am so glad. So this, like, I totally, hey DJ Rocky, this totally blew my mind. I was like, you mean I can imagine extra time and I will have it? So that is totally going to be my mantra this entire week. I have extra time. I have all the time in the world. I have stopped saying I'm so busy. Power of our words, right? Now when people say, well, I know you're so busy, I say, no. I'm not busy. I have 24 hours just like you have, and I have chosen to use them on the things I have chosen just like you have. I am not busy, right? But now I'm going to go beyond that. I'm going to say, I have extra time. Is that what you do, Ariana? You're brilliant. Brilliant. Yes. Yeah, I'm not busy. We're not busy. We have extra time. Let's work on that. We have extra time. And what are we going to do with that time? Right? Everyone keeps talking about the gift of time. And until today, I've been convinced that I didn't have it. But now I'm changing my tune. If Sage can imagine extra time, so can I. And then my friend Kelly writes, very concrete, I love this, very concrete, tangible things. Less traffic, less money spent on gas, more family time. She and her daughter have been going outdoors more. They've been baking, trying more recipes. This is something else that someone else here on Instagram, BTN Salon, said, rest time, time with loved ones. It's great. It's awesome. That kind of stuff is good, and we need to really think about it. Yes, instead of saying it's already Wednesday, I say it's only Wednesday. Yeah, I get this all the time too when people will say, when they see my daughter, oh, she's gotten so big, hasn't the time flown? I'm like, no. Partially because it hasn't flown, and partially because, like, I find if you're really invested in each moment of your day, as best as you can be, obviously we're not invested in all of the moments, but the more focus I give to the moment in which I currently stand, the more my time expands. And it's so hard to do, but I think it's a practice, just like anything else. And if we practice this through our words and through our actions and through our thoughts, I really feel like we can do wonderful things time-wise and focus-wise. If I've never done the goldfish song dance with my daughter as part of my birthday, ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't even know what it is, so I haven't done it. But I'm going to now because I'm assuming I can do it in quarantine. I have one more story to share, and then we're gonna chat a bit, and we're gonna do some zills. So this one, Wendy, I appreciate Wendy's great honesty when I was asking people about silver linings. She says, I'm honestly having a hard time finding it. She says, I miss my friends, I miss my dance sisters. I just found out that our instructor is moving away. So she says, I guess the silver linings are tiny ones. And I think this is very true. I think our silver linings right now are not big, trips to Cancun or any, huge party where all our family and friends are coming over. It's going to have to be something small, right? So less money spent on gas. She says more online content. She also regularly attends, she says, your weekend dance parties help take me out of my head. I'm holding every weekend a dance party on Zoom that you all could come to if you would like, where we get together and we just dance and sweat like crazy people for an hour. And if you're interested in joining that, just send me a note. All you have to do is join my online dance studio at sahirabellydances.teachable.com. That's a free account. And then you jump onto a Facebook group and I'll send you the link. And if you're not on Facebook, I respect that. Just let me know and I'll send you the link. But it gives me something to look forward to. It gives her something to look forward to, right? We talk about needing things to look forward to in order to get out of bed and conquer our day. And that's one of them. And it's something small. It's an hour on Zoom with friends dancing to music, typically from the 70s and 80s, because that's what we all really like. But I look forward to it every single week. Yes, Vanessa, you need to come. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So I'm curious, After sharing those stories, I'm curious, do they spark any ideas for you as to where your silver lining is and what your silver lining might be in the face of this big dark cloud that we've all been going through recently? I would love if you'd be willing to share, or even if this just gets you kind of thinking about it. I think that's huge. But be aware of the power of your focus. Just like we've talked about power of words, power of focus is huge, and I have fallen victim to this many times this week, where you start to think about yourself, you start to think about the things that are going wrong, and you start to find them everywhere, because whatever we focus on expands and we get more of it. And if we have that power, why not use it for good rather than evil, right? Why not use it to look for the things that are going well and magnify those with the power of our perspective, right? So that's my pep talk. That's my hope for you. I would love to see you all find those silver linings, no matter how small, and appreciate them for what they are. Yes, thank you for the love. I hope this is helpful. I really, really do want to be of service. So now, one of my huge silver linings are the finger cymbals. Now, I know not everybody would probably say your silver lining is finger cymbals, or maybe you'd have a different word for them, but I love me some finger cymbals. So we're gonna do that. So if you've got your finger cymbals, I'm imagining you're all putting on your finger cymbals now. Yeah, yes, put on your finger cymbals. We're gonna do it. I'm so excited. And if you don't have finger cymbals, you can just air zill along. The air zills always sound fantastic. So we're gonna do a little bit of a riff that I have been working on. Just today, if you're on my mailing list, I sent out a link for the Frill, talking about this zill sound, which is like the 6th or 7th zill sound on my list, the Frill, which I learned from Lauren Cecchio, who was online just a second ago, and if she's still there, huge props to her. One of the several dancers on the planet that I always go to when I need a good zill thumping, like when I need someone to like whack me over the head with the zills and make me do something I've never done before. She is a woman I always go to. And so I got this idea from her. I've worked it into a little combination. I'm teaching this combination on my online platform at sahirabellydances.teachable.com. And then also, if you're on my email list, you'll get little snippets from things that I'm recording for that online platform every week. If you'd like to join me, I'd love to have you there. sahirabellydances.com/join me, all one word, and you can join, and I'll send you this stuff via email every week. So, got our zills. We're going to be working with basics, clacks, ticks, and the frill, all in 7 minutes. Oh yeah. So let's look at the frill first, because that's what I'm super excited about, and that's what I sent out today. The frill is going to be a 4-stroke where all 4 of your zills are going to connect with one another in quick succession, kind of like this. Here, and here, and here, and here. So they're literally running past each other, and as they run past each other, they connect, and every single zill hits every other zill, and you get 4 strokes. You can do down to up or up to down. And depending on the size of your zills, I have some zills that work better for me than others. I like the large ones because I have more opportunity to connect and less opportunity to smack my fingers. But all the zills can do them, but you'll find some are easier than the others. So give that a shot. The frill. Yeah. Thank you, Lauren, for that awesome sound. And then, of course, we have our basic. And we also have our clack. Fingers are down, zills are muted. And we also have our tick. I fold my thumb zill in, create a little hat for it. And our tick, yeah? So what we're gonna play first is our regular gallop, and we're gonna juxtapose that with a true-on triplet. So the difference between the gallop and the triplet, the gallop is 3 strokes and a pause, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and the triplet's like a waltz. Triple it, triple it, triple it, 4. Yeah, is what we're gonna be playing. So the basic idea is going to go and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. We're gonna do a frill into a triplet. Frill, triple it, triple it, triple it, 4. Yeah? Stay with me here. The gallop first. We're going to do basic and then clack. Let's keep doing it, yeah? Basic, basic. Basic. 2 more. Cool. So we're just alternating between basic and clack with your triplet, or no, with your gallop. And now to make things a little interesting, if you would like a little additional challenge, we're going to do a cross hand on the first stroke of the basic gallop. So instead of right, left, right, which is what I'm doing, I'm going to cross. I'm going to take the middle finger of my right hand and strike it against the left thumb zill for that first one, just because it's fun. That's a total Boxana belly dance thing there. Given props where they're due, Boxana has inspired me as well with a lot of cool zill stuff. So if we're taking that on the basic and then also putting the clack back in there, it's going to be like this. Yeah, so whichever hand you use, right lead, left lead, continuously alternating. I know, it's cool, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna get this, Ariana. This is like we're gonna just throw ourselves in head first, and then I promise you more will be out on my YouTube and my Teachable to break it down more. So we're gonna do 4 of those, or I guess 2 total rounds. So we'll do basic, clack, and then we're going to go into a true on triplet. Triplet, 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 4 with our ticks. Triplet, 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 4. I totally just alternate these, yeah? I'm just going right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, yeah? But, of course, we want to make it even more exciting. We're going to put a frill just before that first one. So on the pickup, the triplet actually starts on the 1, on the downbeat, but we're going to frill into it, yeah? Frill, triplet, 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 4. So the easiest way I've found to do it so far is I am frilling down to up with my right hand and then immediately going into my first tick on the right hand as well, because I find the right hand zill seems to be ready before the left hand zill, perhaps just because it's my right hand. Yeah, so we're gonna go frill, tick. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, tick is what's gonna happen. Yeah, or in slow motion. Oh, I can't do it in slow motion. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, tick. 1, 2, 3, 4, tick. Yeah. So then this tick is going to lead into the rest of our triplet. And triplet, 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 boom. Triplet, 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 4. And triplet, 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 4. And triplet, 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 4. Maybe a little slower. Yeah. All right. So now the rubber hits the road. We'll put it all together. I guess the rubber really hits the road when we start dancing with it, yeah? So if we remember, we've got bass, 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 which is the basic. Bass, bass, bass. Clack, clack, clack. Bass, bass, bass. Clack, clack, clack. Frill, triplet, 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 4. Bass, bass, bass. Clack, clack, clack. Bass, bass, bass. Clack, clack, clack. Frill, triplet, 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 4. Yeah? Nice and slow. Cross-handed on that first of the gallop on the basic stroke, if you would like. 7, 8. Here we go. Frill, triplet, 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 4. Yeah, again. Da, da, da. And a 3, and a 4. And triplet, 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 4. Couple more times. One more time at this speed. Yeah. Maybe a little bit faster just to see what happens. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Yeah, I imagine that went amazingly well. Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it from here. You were spectacular. And if you weren't, don't worry, I couldn't hear anything. Yeah, if you like that kind of thing, I send this sort of stuff out to my mailing list all the time. If you would like to check it out, sahirabellydances.com/join me. Or I also have a YouTube studio where I publish little mini classes every single week. And then, of course, I have my whole online studio at Teachable, sahirabellydances.teachable.com if you want to check it out. But just keep dancing. Just keep zilling. You went okay, Ariana? Yay! Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm putting something up soon where we're going to dance with it, right? I'm always like, oh yeah, I got this. And then I get up and dance and I'm like, whoa, let's take this a little slower and see what happens, yeah? So keep playing the zills, keep practicing that, keep moving, keep dancing, keep looking for your silver lining, right? Because they're there. I promise you they're there. They might be really small, but they're there. The frill is a struggle. Yes, I'm really debating making a shirt that says, the struggle is real, or would you prefer embrace the suck? It's going to be one of the two. Because it's true, it's hard. It's hard, and I'm trying to be good about posting more videos of me screwing things up because I practice a long time before I show it to you. But you should see me practicing. Woo, yeah. Woo, it's a hot mess, yeah? And it's exactly where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a hot mess before it gets good, or else you can't actually get good at it, right? So the struggle is real. Embrace the suck. Find your silver lining. And that's all I got. Yeah. So thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate that you're here. We'll do it again next week if we're all still here in quarantine, which I believe we'll be here for sure here in Houston. Yeah. Or I will be. I'm not going out there yet. It's a crazy world out there. So I look forward to seeing you. If you're interested in coming to the dance party on Zoom, send me a note. It's going to be on Friday this week instead of Saturday, because on Saturday, let me just mention, yeah, please send me the goldfish link. I appreciate it. On Saturday, I'm going to be dancing in a virtual hafla that is a fundraiser for Austin Belly Dance Studios in Austin. The fabulous Bahia has invited me, and the lineup is something spectacular. So if you're interested, I think I'll post a graphic here on my feed so that you can get the link. It's going to be a Zoom thing, and it's going to be Saturday from 8 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know they also have an event set up on Facebook. If you search for SOS Austin Belly Dance, Save Our Studio Austin Belly Dance. I'm super excited. We have tech rehearsal tonight. This will be my first virtual live performance, I think, in my life. So I'm super excited about it, and I think I'm going to do some acapella zills. What do you think? I'll do some acapella zills. Then I don't have to worry about sound working, right? Because it's just me and my zills. So I hope that you guys can join. I believe it's just a donation-based performance. So please come out and check that out and support Austin Belly Dance Studios. I would really appreciate it. They're amazing folks over there. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you being here for another 30 to Thrive. I'll see some of you folks on Friday for another edition on Facebook and for the Zoom dance party. And hopefully see you all at the SOS Save Our Studios Austin Belly Dance fundraiser on Saturday. So y'all take care, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.